Hi, I'm the Mace Bear. I want to tell you what that means, but first let's read what fiction means. An assumption or supposition of law that something which is or may be false is true, or that a state of facts exists which has never really taken place. New Hampshire Stratford Bank versus Cornell. A rule of law which assumes is true and will not allow to be disproved something which is false but not impossible. Fiction of law. Something known to be false is assumed to be true. Fictitious. Founded on a fiction having the character of fiction. Pretended. Counterfeit. Feigned, imaginary, not real, false, not genuine, non-existence. Bill alleging that amount of mortgage thought to be canceled was fictitious, held to allege that mortgage was without consideration. Fictitious action, an action brought for the sole purpose of obtaining the opinion of the court on a point of law. Fictitious name, a counterfeit, feigned or pretended name taken by a person, differing in some essential particular from his true name, consisting of Christian name and patronymic name, then with the implication that it is meant to deceive or mislead. Power versus fidelity insurance. Fictitious payee, negotiable instrument is drawn to fictitious payee wherever payee named has no right to it and his maker does not intend that such payee shall take anything by it, whether name of pay used by maker is that of the person living or dead, or one who never existed is immaterial. Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company of California versus Wells Fargo Bank and Union Trust Company. Fictitiousness depends on the intention to pay rather than on the payee's existence. Fictitious person, a person who, though named as payee in a check, has no right to it or its proceeds because the drawer of it is so intended. Johnson versus Exchange National Bank. Fictitious plaintiff, a person appearing in the writ or record as a plaintiff in a suit, but who in reality does not exist, or who is ignorant of the suit and of the use of his name in it. It is a contempt of court to sue in the name of a fictitious party. Fictitious promise. See, fide commissary. Use the fide commissary trust. See what it says there? Fide commissary, a term derived from the Latin fide commissary and occasionally used by writers on equity jurisprudence as a substitute for the law French term cesque trust, as being more elegant and euphonious. Fide commissaries in civil law, this term corresponds nearly to our cesque trust. It designates a person who has a real or beneficial interest in an estate or fund, the title or administration of which is temporarily confided to another. Okay, so then you have the definition for MACE. That's what I read to you what a person means in my video I published yesterday. So we're going to get to the bottom of this because I'm tired of these ABC people. I've been through the Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, Golf, Hotel, India, Juliet. They tried to kill me and get me to do a Romeo, Juliet. Kilo, Lima, Mike, November, Oscar, Papa, Quebec, Romeo, Sierra, Tango, Uniform, Victor, Whiskey, X-Ray, Yankee, Zulu, with all their ABC people. They have put me through hell. So let's read what it says here for Mace Bear. Can you see that, everybody? I can't see what my camera's doing or showing here. But a large staff Made of the precious metals and highly ornamented, it is used as an emblem of authority and carried before certain public functionaries by a mace bearer. In many legislative bodies, the mace is employed as a visible symbol of the dignity and collective authority of the House and the House of Lords and House of Commons of the British Parliament. It is laid upon the table when the House is in session. It's laid upon the table. And when the House is in session, I've had enough. In the United States House of Representatives, it is borne upright by the Sergeant at Arms on extraordinary occasions, as when it is necessary to quell a disturbance or bring refractory members to order, like these judges in these courts who have been doing their insurrections against my flesh and blood creations, beloved sons and daughter and grandsons or granddaughter, whose names have been copyrighted. Mace bearer in English law, one who carries the mace before certain functionaries. In Scotland, an officer attending the court of session and usually called a macer. In MACE-PROOf, in Old English law, one who buys stolen goods, particularly food, knowing it to have been stolen, which is what they've done. They've been stealing. And MACE-PROOf, secure against arrest, because I'll mace you in the face. Macedonian decree in Roman law. This was the Senatus Consultum Macedonium, a decree of the Roman Senate first given under Claudius and received under Vespasian. See, we've been under Justinian, deception, Caesar, and I don't belong to Caesar. Okay? The silver shekel of Christ was the real. Doesn't have the image of Caesar on it. A mace bearer, an officer attending the court of session in Scotland. Okay, so Lion King of Arms. In Scot law, the ancient duty of this officer was to carry public messages to foreign states, and it is still the practice of the heralds to make all royal proclamations at the Cross of Edinburgh. The officers serving under him are heralds, pursuivants, and messengers. Lion King of Arms. See that under L? Okay, so, that fictitious name, it says Lion in Old Roman law, a name given to students of the civil law in the 4th year of their course from their being supposed capable of solving any difficulty at law, civil law. And this is above any civil law, the fictitious name. This is about redemption. My right to subrogation, exoneration, and gold and silver certification. My right to as a perfect title holder over my name, some certain fee simple, my paramount portion, my long form certificate, my Sesquivid trust to be settled, and my age and majority act for the Social Security account to be settled, my long form certificate with all its medallions to be given to me, my postal treasury 12 stat at large to be given to me, all these trusts to be settled and to be given to me, my family heritage, my grandsons and granddaughter, my sons and my daughter, our family heritage I have fought for. I am the bona fide purchaser. My legal and prospectus historical record in the paper, copyright, copy claim of our name, and all of my due diligence and works and performances, because all their crimes are commercial, 27 CFR 72-11. And all debts were paid in the public and private since 1933 when they took the gold or the silver, so no one is supposed to be paying anything, especially someone like me who has done so much diligence and so much My writs were on watermark banking paper, linen, and cotton. A lot of mine, and that's my Torah. That was written in ink and in my handwriting. And then I did a lot of some typed documents lately. Because the bank who I did put my trust with said it all had to be typed up. Bank of America, which is a lie. They're liars, and they've been giving me a hard time, as well as the courts who've had my grandson in custody of DCFS for 8 months now with their ASPA funds they make $400,000 from. It's illegal and fraudulent. It's kidnapping. And if you read all of these codes about kidnapping, listen, the lost at sea ship laws, I'm not on a ship right now. I'm not their vessel. The aircraft laws, am I flying in an airplane? The 1215 Magna Carta AD that many kings wrote in 1215 was to keep our feet on the land rights. Habeas corpus, if you have no body I have harmed, then I have committed no crime. And no one can be twice jeopardized. So I paid my so-called debt to society for spending 55 months in a day in prison for what was self-defense against a man who sexually abused my 4-year-old daughter. So really, he was going to kill me. I didn't break any law. When my house burnt down, it was insured and no one got hurt, so I really didn't break any law. Okay, so now, and my son, an argument between him and his girlfriend was none of their business. And also, we don't have to comply, consent, or contract with them. See, the banks are taking the fidelity assurance. They're committing fraud. They put us down as collateral for the United States debts. A mortgage, everybody's got FHA, Ginnie Mae, Fannie Mae, Wells mortgage. No one is supposed to be paying any mortgage. No one is supposed to be paying any insurance. The insurance was covered when we were born under 26 USC 5000A, I think it is, and 2132. It takes talks about the all caps estate and the death, life, and insurance that was taken out on all of us when we were born. I believe that's the correct code. Then there's the Cobra insurance, which the brazen snake, serpent, the who, and all this stuff. They can take it, shove it up. I'm sick of this evil. That is what Moses, had talked about. When you see the double snake on that WHO organization, brazen rod, that is the Cobra insurance, okay? And that was taken out on all of us when we were born, and they've stolen that. And the fidelity, and it's evil, it's wicked, it's wrong. It's against the real law of the Creator, because he said, Proverbs 6 says, you shall not be surety for another. That they are bank robbers. And that's what has happened here. These courts of assumption and presumption are committing bank robbery, and so are the commercial banks, the central banks. And they've raped me, they've drugged me against my will, because I don't believe in taking pharmaceutical synthetic drugs in my body. They've hospitalized me against my will. Let's see here. Cobra venom reaction in medical jurisprudence, a method of serum diagnosis of insanity from hemolysis by injections of venom of cobras or other serpents. See that? And in my Black's Law 7th edition, which they stole from this house when whoever came in here and trashed this place and took some of my stuff, They stole some of my stuff. I don't know if it was a brokerage firm or what, but the Cobra, that's evil. It's wicked. The Cobra insurance, the who. See, reincarnation was taken out of the Bible. I do not want to come back to this earth and go back through this hell ever again. I was meant to be a queen and have mansions and have happiness, and like the Creator said, I came to give you life that you'd have it more abundantly. They have put me through hell. And I have went through lots of pain, sorrow, and suffering, and so has my relatives. And I claim they're not doing this to me and my family no more.